let me give an official introduction as well. Um, a psychologist and regression therapist, she's a deep believer of yin yang mind body philosophy. Her approach is to identify the core issue and not to concentrate on the symptoms of the issues. She loves to use family constellation as a tool. I have attended that, and that has been wonderful, and explore other healing modalities like regression and energy healing through family constellation. She's a giver with a big heart and deep database, a teacher who talks in the client's language. Her healer friends call her Queen of Manifestation. That's really nice. Today, as she discusses the metaphysical reasons for illness and how family constellations can help unravel underlying patterns, we will also have the opportunity to experience family constellation in our own personal context. Like Isha usually says that the family constellation is not only for the participants, but for the people who are listening and who are on the sidelines as well. It ends up helping everyone. So, with that, over to you, Isha.
Thanks a lot, Daisy and Deepthi, and for Manthan, for bringing out this amazing consortium of many people around here. And I thoroughly enjoyed Meenakshi's Akashic record and even pranic healing, and of course, inner child healing from Jayashree. I love all of the modalities. So I don't personally advocate mine is the best. As I said, that integration is the best thing, and you will be guided how you can integrate it. Okay. But I have a very soft corner or a love towards family constellation because it kind of magical and you hardly have to do anything as a therapist. You can just sit and watch while others are doing. So that's one more reason why I love family constellation. Another thing we have to understand, inherently, leaving out Akashic records, again, I'm telling, it's all about us. When I'm saying us, for me, if I say, it's about Isha or Ishani, right? My current life, right? So what happens is the trauma and what I underwent in my childhood, all of these actually makes my life or makes my body, makes my the illnesses which I undergo. What if there are reasons which are beyond me, beyond Isha, right? Those things are very difficult to get in a regression therapy or in a child therapy or any of that, because it's concentrating so much of you as the context of this life as the context. Now there are things which are actually coming from other people around you, right? And you are not even aware of it's the underlying dynamics. It's unconscious. These reasons are very unconscious, and so family constellation seems to bring this out. So you have tried, let us assume that you have tried healing, your therapies and etc. And still you feel that somewhere it's not completely done. Suggestion is try your family constellation because it's weird how it comes out. Of course, above all of this, there is something called ego, which should accept it, right? So all of these alternative modalities require your ego to go down a bit. Okay. So what is ego? It's the identity. That is fine. But ego is also the experiences which you have gathered throughout your life. And that has created beliefs. And because of that beliefs, you have become somebody. Why did you take those beliefs? You believed it when your parents said something because you thought it's going to help you while you're growing. And it did help. It definitely helped you. But at some areas, it didn't help you also. Right? So in such cases, you need to figure out what belief, what experience is actually stopping me from being who I'm authentically I am, which is beyond ego. So it's not that you shed your ego and be like a being who doesn't have any identity. It's not true as we are living here. But whenever you have a problem, can you lower your ego and work on it? That seems to be the workable solution for all of us. Now, what can I work on? I can work on diseases, illnesses, and everything. The Hippocrates says that it is not about what kind of disease this person has. It is about what person he is that he's having that disease. It's about we as human being who are inviting the diseases with us. And before that, before the disease came in the body, we have energy part, we have emotions part, and we have the thought part, right? And beyond the thought part, you have your past life experiences and your need for learning, karma, all that stuff is there. Okay, for the time being, let's forget that part. Okay, but we are under the, we can control, and we are under the control of our own thoughts. And then that manifests into emotions, which are with positive, negative charges attached to the thoughts. And then finally, that starts changing the body energy, the body meridians and everything. Your immune system may go down. That is nothing but changing your energy part. And then it starts coming in the body. So for this to bypass all of these things and to come to your body, it will take many number of years. And so many people ask why I am succumbed to this kind of problem in my midlife. Okay, so the answer is, it's not exactly midlife. When your body reached that limit, when your psychology reached that limit, that is when you got the disease. Till the time body was fighting it, or your mind was fighting it, or at the thought level, energy level, and emotion level, you were fighting, but you reached a limit and you couldn't bear it anymore. That is when it came to the body. Now, if you're very resilient, if you're putting back pressure to all of that in your life, maybe you will get your problem in your 70s. But if you're a child who is not able to take even the pressure of the parents, let's say, and taking everybody's story as the child's own story, maybe the child will trigger it very early. So it depends, like when is the limit I'm reaching, that is when you're going to trigger it, right? Now, symptoms are something you don't have to fight the symptom. You don't have to. It is not something which you get rid of. Symptoms are something like in your car, on your dashboard, on the meters, everything is there. Sometimes a red light may beep. You might not have seen it at all because these days cars are really wonderful, but some red light will come. That means you have to quickly check what is not working. Is heating system not working, or is there no water, or what's happening? Okay. Now you don't try to get rid of that red button, little button, because behind that there is a huge problem. You rather address why this has come and then go deeper into it and find out and solve it. If you're trying to get rid of the symptoms, there is a deeper problem which is going to flare up so much that you can't handle. You'll pay the price. So that is why symptoms are not meant to be getting rid of. They're actually friends who are telling you. It's a body way of telling you what's happening in your body and mind. And once you understand that, use any modality, any technique, because you have lowered your ego and telling yourself that I'm going to fix this, or I'm going to make myself better, right? That itself will make any modality work for you. You don't have to specifically go say that I want past life regression, I want inner child, give me Reiki therapy. It's not. So whoever you trust, go to the therapist and she or he will know what to do. Trust them. All you have to do is bring your ego down. That's more than enough. That is the first step of making yourself, healed and complete. And another thing is, body is not capable of creating any problem. Body is just body indicating who you are in its unique way. That's all it is. Now, it's the mind which is actually causing everything. So you have to deal with your mind and then deal with your body. Now, what does this mean? You better go to the doctor. They are there. They are blessings for us, actually. And then take it, everything, whatever you need to take from the doctors. And then start working on your mind, your relationships, and everything around you. And that will take you to a, when you start doing this, even the medicines which you're taking from the doctors, they will start working very fast. And it'll heal you very fast. If you had not done any of this, then probably it would have taken long more time to heal, or you might not have healed at all. But when you do this, it'll definitely heal faster. And all of these are experiential based. How much ever I tell you, you may not understand. So next time when something happens, what are you going to lose? You're not going to lose anything. You're only going to gain some experience at least. So please go and take up some therapies and some experiences of alternative modalities, and then see how it makes a huge difference. And in the whole world, this is becoming really better now. A lot of people are really interested in doing, and they're finding a lot of different results. They've been actually tested and really proved that they work. Yeah. So, and all of the internet, those things are there, how it works and all that. So I don't want to just keep saying anything here. Now, so we understand that for all our body illnesses, our mind is the reason. Now, how did mind started doing that? It created some beliefs, but as you grew, these beliefs didn't work for you. So conflict started. So everything starts with conflict. Okay. Now, body is reacting to these conflicts. There are actually warm illness and cold illness. Okay. Inflammations and infections. Okay. So what happens is, sometimes even before the disease can come, symptoms will come. Okay, that is one type of thing. Second type of thing is, you actually identified your conflict and you started taking measures for that. You started healing. And then the body, when it started healing, it's created some kind of symptoms. So these are two types of things you need to know at what level your body is at. Okay. So based on that, actually, you can work on the body. Now, that's a little bit of a thing, leave it for the therapist, is what I would like to say. Okay. But behind all that, what is common? Common is all about our relationships and what we have undergone as children, like inner child work, which Jayashree talked about, and our responses and reactions towards all of this. Okay. So why some few are very mild? Sinusitis is very mild. People can live with that, right? But cancer is not. So even in cancer also it varies, isn't it? So if it is mild, then it's a mild reaction towards your childhood issue, or your related to your family, or related to your relationships. It's a mild reaction. That is why you have a mild symptom. If it is chronic, you have to understand that body has tried its best, but it couldn't anymore. And you just slept over it. You wanted to hide everything inside. You did not take care of it. You did not speak up. You did not support yourself. Now the time has come where it is too much to take. So then it will become chronic, right? Now, does this mean that when I have chronic, I can't get out of it? No, it is like you have very less gifts. You'll pay a lot of price, but it depends on how strong you are and how much you want to get out of it. The very first thing what Louis Hay says is, have you made up your mind to get out of it? Or do you have some benefit out of this? Then you will sit with it. Don't blame others. You ask yourself, am I willing to get out of it now? Then only it can start. The journey starts there. You have to tell yourself, enough is enough. Now I want to do something for this. That is when it starts healing. That's when you start giving body a chance, so that the body can, because always body is trying to heal you. It's never trying to sabotage you and kill you. That's not what his body is for. So body has to be given a chance where it starts healing itself. The very fact that if somebody says, let me go check in Akashic records, the very thought of Meenakshi probably will start healing them. Even before they come to Meenakshi, they're on the path. And it's only reinforcing when she probably reads it. That's how it is. Healing is always that. Therapists are not doing anything actually. Healing is done by the person for own self. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about family constellation. Family constellation is it's like there will be representatives who don't know about you at all, let alone your problem. Okay. And the therapist would talk to the client who wants to hold the constellation, and they want to know why this is happening to them. Okay. And then what happens is the participants whom we are calling, they will play the role of the person's family members or problems. Maybe they even play the role of the career if the client has a problem with their career. Okay, somebody will play the role of career, or somebody will play the role of father, mother, all this money, anything can be played. Okay, and all of them are placed in a room. If you're all in person, if you're doing, we'll place them in a rule in certain manner. Or if it's online, we place that on a table or something like that, okay, with figurines. And then the client will watch. This is the only modality where probably the client will watch their own problem, like an observer. Because if you are deep down in your problem, you're in the trance of the problem and you can never find your solution. Otherwise, you would have found, no? Why illness has come otherwise? So what happens is they will watch what's happening. And everybody will just express what they're feeling at that moment, not knowing why they're expressing like that. And very strangely, they behave exactly like the family members of the client. That tells the client that, oh my gosh, it's like my father. He's telling the same words as my father, isn't he? Okay, so then if that person who's playing the role of the father moves and talks and does, they will believe it because they see the father there. And the person who's sitting and watching starts crying because so much release is going to happen looking at their own drama. And a lot of things starts changing in their mind. And if the father who's been very authoritative, like a PAB kind of a business happening in the family, and if the father never told the child that, I love you so much as a child, and I give you space as my child, I accept you as my child. If the father has never told that, in the constellation, if the father says that, it's a huge change for the child. It's not required that the real father says it. It's all about how we change our own mind. That is what is going to make us free from our diseases too. Because we have the perception of the outside world. The world is not that what we are thinking. There are good part of the father. There's also bad part of the father. It's all mixture, different faces. Right? Ravan has some 10 faces. I always think that 10 personalities actually. It's like that. Everybody has more than 10 faces, in fact. So it's all about our perception are causing problem with people around us. And we are having our own perception that this is me, I'm not good enough, I'm very bad, I couldn't do even that, etc. Someone were talking about the latest children, what they're doing, the Gen Zs or the alpha, whatever you call them, they're at the extent that they think that they're neurodivergent. Do you know that? It's like any bit of a thing, there too much anger, or I'm not able to understand what the teacher is telling. Hello, you're not interested. That's all. You're not neurodivergent. They will just browse everything and they will just say, they talk all fancy things that I need to complete my breakup with this boy, so it's affecting me a lot. Like everybody is talking these jargons. And that actually they can become a neurodivergent very easily if you are trying to figure out this, right? So when we start changing our belief systems about our fathers, parents, mothers, and all the thing which I am undergoing in my life, spouse also inclusive, even children, everything, we change. And our minds change, body will change. But maybe you need to give some 3 months time for the body to change fully. It takes some time because this is the gross body of our soul. And if it has to change medically, it requires 90 days time. So you do a therapy and say that nothing happened. Actually, I cried a lot, but nothing happened. Hello, what are you talking about? It's the body. Give body a time. You created whatever illness for past 3 years. Can't you just give some 90 days time? And constantly make sure that you love your body. That's more than enough. Okay, so that's about how the illness come in the body. Now there are plenty of work has been done understanding the metaphysical reasons for the problems. For example, diabetes, Meenakshi told that it's about heartburn. Okay, now there has to be a conflict, right? What are those things which gave you heartburn? Or where is the sweetness of your life went away? Or whom did you not give sweetness in life? Right? And then you'll realize that there could have been divorces, or the partnership might have gone, or you had to go away to different place, leaving your hometown. All of these things would cause diabetes. So every illness has its metaphysical reasons. Okay. And it'll always go back to your own family, your own life, your own self. Now, in the constellation, if you put all of these elements, and if you're able to say that, I'm so sorry that, out of love, I'm carrying, let's say you're telling that to your mother, I'm carrying your problem because I love you so much. And this is causing me this problem. Now I want to leave that. I still love you as my mother, but I'm not going to carry it anymore. And when you say that, you never had a chance to say it because you were so scared and you're dealing with your disease. But when you're able to say this, something starts changing, not only in you, it starts changing for your mother too. And if she has got it from her mother, it changes at the transgenerational level. So that is why this is very, deep, but it also depends on how deep you want to take it. If you're just watching it, having fun and enjoying it, then it's at that level. But if you really want to solve it, then the knowing starts coming out to you through the knowing field. Because it's very strange that as you're living right from your childbirth or even before that, as Jayashree pointed out, this field around you is absorbing every event. It's absorbing your emotions. It's absorbing everything. It's like watching you, and it's like saying, you went wrong there. That's not actually what it is. But I'm not going to intervene. You will learn. But someday when you do a family constellation, it shows you this is what the reason. This is what went wrong. Or this is how it should be. This is how you can let go. These are all stored by you only, like how cellular memory can store trauma. This field stores your story of the family, your generation family, your generation stories, even your lineage stories, ancestral as well as past life. Everything is stored here. It has that information. And the participants who are there, like they're radars, they're only sensing it with their focused thought. And they're telling you, it's like the field is having a mouth to talk and tell through participants. So can it be done without participants? Of course you can do it, but that requires some clarity in your head. If you're too much worked up, then definitely you cannot get. A knowing field will tell you all of these knowings. And if you have a method where you can calm yourself down, and you are open yourself with your ego down, you will get it. You can do it just on your own also, one-on-one also you can do it. Right? If you do not believe it, you doubt yourself, then a family constellation is better for you because you'll watch. And someone else will do for you and you will heal it. Okay? So this is about the family constellation and the body symptoms. Now, I have half an hour more. I want to make sure Deepti's dream is materialized. So what we do is, probably I'll do this small little process which all of you can do using the family constellation. And then we'll take up metaphysics, physical reasons for diseases. So you can understand diseases better and you can understand yourself better and you can work on yourself. Yeah? Is that all right? Okay. So, since it is not a full-fledged family constellation, I can only probably make you all realize what's the reason. And to some extent, maybe we can try healing it, but definitely it's not fully done. Okay. So all of you, I encourage that all of you should take up any kind of modality and heal what you've realized. Yeah. If you have any question, you can ask me for 1 minute now. That's all. We'll take the questions later. I think we'll take the questions later. Let's be fair with everybody. Okay, so now I want to take up one example and I do for the example while you are doing for yourself. Is that okay? Okay, so who wants to volunteer? If you have some illness and disease, it's always better.
Yeah, Navina here, Isha.
Okay, Navina. Now, what is that you have? Are you willing to share fully with everybody here?
Yeah.
Okay. Navina, I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm willing to share.
Janhavi also wants to volunteer. Janhavi, I'm going to do something really different now. You be there, okay? You're not going to solve your issue, but I'm sure you're going to solve your issue indirectly. Okay, Navina, tell me.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a health issue, sciatica pain.
Health sciatica.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so sciatica, which side you have, Navina?
Left hips.
Okay, so left side sciatica indicates that you are worrying for the child figure. Okay? And I think you are worrying about your son.
Yes.
Okay? Now, this worry has been there since quite some time for you.
Right.
Right? So now, also, this can be top layer.
Mm-hmm.
You are also worrying about your own inner little self. There will be similarities between you and your son. And when the son is having whatever, it reminded you of yourself having that. So it's all about, so straight away I'll say that you have to do your inner child work on this. But of course, some bit we can figure out from where did you get it, even as a child. Okay? So this is quite specific to Navina, right? So what I want all of you to do is, you have your own issues. If you do not have any issue, very good. But because you are here in this session, all of you just take it as my body. Okay? So every stage, I'm going to guide all of you. Go with me. But some of the sentences are very specific to Navina. Now you don't have to say that, but then of course you can just change it the way you want, what you figure out. I can help in that regard also at that time. Okay, so you all see the knowing field. I'm going to pin it for your benefit. Okay. Now, this is Navina. Okay. Now, all of you take one object and on your table, keep it one for yourself. That is you. Any object. Okay. Just make a little space on your table and keep it. That's you. Now, I'm going to keep. This is Navina's body. Now I want all of you to pick up one more element, and that is your body. Okay? Now, this is another element which is the reason for Navina to have sciatica. Now, what do? You put something as a reason. Now you're all fine, bodily, you're very good, fantastic. You have, let's say, tiredness in your body. That's enough. So then you put, this is the reason for my tiredness. Or you're trying to reduce your weight and it's not happening. Put this is the reason for not losing weight. Okay? That is just a reason. Now, where is Janhavi? I can't see her here. Janhavi, are you there? Her name is Janhavi.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I'm here.
Is it possible for you to put your video on?
Sure. I'm just a little sick, so that's why I switched it off.
Okay, fine. Janhavi,
Yeah.
you're going to play the role of this body, which
Okay.
has sciatica problem, but just you are body of Navina. Is that okay for you?
Sure.
Okay. Now I want you to close your eyes, Janhavi,
Uh-huh.
and just tell yourself 3 times, I'm playing the role of Navina's body. I'm playing the role of Navina's body. I'm playing the role of Navina's body. And Navina said that
Yes.
she has sciatica on the left side. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine. Now all of you do the same thing. Navina also. Look at your own element. Close your eyes. Connect with your element, which you have kept as you. Okay? And from there, look at the body. Janhavi, you don't do anything. Right now, you just stay put, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
So look at your body, that element you have kept it, and look at yourself, look at the body, and just identify what are you feeling about your own body. Just identify that. Are you angry, sad, or what do you feel about? Some opinions will come, some judgments will come, some beliefs will suddenly pop up in your head. Just identify that. Maybe you feel so nice about your body, you feel like hugging and all that, but hold on a minute. First, find out what opinion you have about your body. Okay, now you open your eyes. If you want, quickly write down somewhere, or else just go with the experience. That's more than enough. Now, all of you touch your element, which is body. When you touch it, you will get connected with that element. Again, close your eyes, and from there, look at yourself. Whatever element you have put, basically being the body, look at yourself like as if you're seeing a mirror image. You're seeing yourself outside. Okay? Find out how the body feels about yourself. Find out body feels. Body is angry, or it's actually none of those. Body doesn't feel anything. It's all about your mind, actually. Okay, so but find out what body is undergoing. Now, if you have any ailment, illness, disease, or something, try to think through it. Try to think from the point of view of the illness. At which time you'll definitely find that something, this ailment is preventing you from experiencing. Something it is preventing you from that. And what is that? Like Janvi, I want you to now, since you are Naveena's body, I want you to look at Naveena. Maybe look at Naveena in this Zoom. And
Yes.
you, as a sciatica, what do you feel? Just the first thought, first feeling. What is it?
My left upper arm feels heavy and warm.
Mhm.
And yeah, my shoulder actually feels heavy. I feel very heavy right now.
Very heavy. That is, a lot of burden is being carried out by the body in the pretext of probably, how do I help my child? And it's like, it's all my problem. This is all my problem. The child always thinks like that. This is all my problem. Parents' problem is also my problem, because I want to make sure that my parents love me. So it's so much of burden she's carrying. That's what the body is telling. Okay? Janavi, I want you to do a little more.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
think, close your eyes and think. Do you see anybody in front of you? Metaphorically, you don't know her parents, you don't know anything, okay? Whom do you see in front of you as a reason for this?
I don't see anything.
What do you
Okay.
see? If you don't see anything or anybody, what is that you're sensing as a body? On the left side, Naveena is standing. On the front, there is the reason. Who is there? What's there in the front?
There's nothing actually.
Okay. Can you have a feeling? Warm,
Yeah.
cold, heat, a
Yeah,
noise?
it's just my left upper arm is becoming warm.
Okay. I want you to close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
In your closed eyes, left side is Naveena standing.
Okay.
You're the body. There
Yeah.
is something in front of you. What is that?
I see a silhouette
Silhouette of what?
of a human. That's it. Not like
Human. Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to just feel a little bit like you are a very nice person, okay? You are not blaming anyone.
Uh-huh.
It is just that get in touch with that and then see how does it feel? It feels like a man or a woman or how?
If it seems like a little boy, even in a cartoonish way.
It's a little boy, probably, right?
Yeah, it's like I can't see the facial features,
Mhm.
but it's like white and
Okay.
he's like waving.
Okay. Okay. How do you feel towards this little boy?
I feel like he's innocent, nothing much.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now, just 1 second. For others, after you get to know from body's perspective what body thinks about you, I want you to look front and find out what is the reason for whatever this body is undergone. Okay? Just don't doubt. Just imagine what could be the reason. You don't have to really be truthful. So go with the first thought, first feeling, and first image or first knowing. Just go with it. And whatever that is, identify that. And from the body aspect, turn towards your left, where you have kept yourself as a representation of object. So there you're standing. On your left side, the true self of you is standing. And as a body, tell yourself that it's not your problem. It is coming from that person. And out of love and loyalty towards your family, you wanted to balance this family. You took it on yourself. And there is no need to feel bad towards this person who actually triggered this in your body. It is as simple as disentanglement. You're stuck with them. So you just have to unstuck yourself. As a body, tell yourself that. And it's nobody's problem, nobody's mistake. Stop carrying this today. You carried long enough. And I'm there with you. Every step of your life, I am going to help you. I am going to support you no matter what. And I'm only looking at being your friend, making you better. Today is the time that you let go of this, the third person. You let go of, if you have identified, if it's your mother, you say, let go of your entanglement with your mother in this illness. Or let go of your father in this illness. It doesn't mean that you're going to let go of your father. Father is going to be there, but how your connection with the father is through this illness. So let go of this illness. And the father will always remain to be the father. The mother always remains to be the mother. If anyone else is there other than the father, mother for you, like a child or like a friend or a cousin or a boss, anybody, you say that they are there in this world for a reason. You can change your relationship with them. This illness relationship or disease relationship or ailment relationship is not needed anymore. Drop it today. And it's all right because I'm going to stay with you until the end. Okay? Now, Janhavi,
Yes.
I want you to tell that to Navina, saying that it's okay. How that child grows up, you can only support. You can't do anything more than that. So today, drop your heaviness on your shoulder. It's a burden. Drop the burden down now. And I'm going to be there with you forever until we die. I'm going to support you. But drop it now because you can't do anything much. And you can only show love. Okay? Now,
Yes.
Navina, what I want you to do is look at the child figure here.
Mhm.
And you can tell the child figure, okay, just 1 second. Everyone else now, you maybe touch your own self, the element you have put, just touch it and look at this third figure and just tell them, I accept you as what you are. I accept you as a human being. I do not accept the relationship we both share. I want to redefine that. Okay? So if it's parent who is standing there, you say that you are my parents and I accept you as my parents and only as parents, nothing more than that. If a boss or somebody is standing, you say that I accept you as my boss and nothing more than that. And if the child is standing there, Navina, you say that you are my child, I am your mother. I'm not going to give you my problems. I'm going to free you for your own destiny, and I keep my destiny with me. And I can only give you love and help you grow. But growing is your choice. I'm not going to take the burden of making you grow the person whom I want to. I free you to become whoever you want. Okay? Then all of you still keeping your hand on yourself, the object which you've chosen for yourself, and look at the body and say, thank you for being there with me. I made you carry my problems. For so long, I carried. I want you to shed it today. Today, you keep it down. So mentally, you think that illness or whatever the problem, body is going to put it to the next, right next there. It's like an object which is kept right next to the body. And let the body take 2 steps back. And from there, look at it and say, probably there was an advantage. Probably body needed to save you. That's why it carried it. But you have realized it now. And you don't need it anymore. Now let the body walk back and back and back and come and stand next to you. You imagine that you are hugging yourself. Take a deep breath. And when you are comfortable, you can open your eyes. Okay? So, people can share how they felt. If they have questions, you can ask.
Isha, can I de-roll January from being body?
Yeah, Janhavi, one second, we'll tell Janhavi. Janhavi,
Yes.
okay, now just touch yourself
Okay.
and tell your name 3 times that I'm Janhavi. I'm Janhavi. Okay?
Yes.
Whatever you have taken when you played the role of Naveena's body, return it back to Naveena. And whatever experience you need to carry for your own health, healing, only those you keep it. Rest all you return it back to Naveena. The same holds good for everybody. Whoever is watched here, whatever is the experience which is going to help you, please keep it with yourself. Rest all which is not required. Leave it in the knowing field. That's where it belonged.
Thank you, Janvi, for playing the role of my body. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So I'm open for questions. We have 9 minutes.
So Asha here, Isha. So when can you hear
Someone
me?
is talking. I can't hear.
Asha here, Isha. Asha,
Asha, you need to be louder. We can't hear you.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So Isha, so when Navina said about her son, I resonated because I also have such worries about my son. So
Okay.
somehow whatever was being said to Navina was I kept feeling that it seems to be applying to me as well. Does that happen? Is that so?
Yeah. That's how exactly the family constellation works. All the people who are watching somewhere, some part of it gets touched and they feel that, oh my gosh, isn't it for me too? And that's when the healing starts.
So whatever was told to her applies to me as well. Like she
Yeah.
was told that stop worrying about your son.
Yes, it does apply. If you want, you can add little more extra and do that. All of you can do it again and again with any kind of problem, any kind of issues.
Yeah, I think
Okay, but
Jayashree-
stop worrying about son doesn't actually solve the problem with my son.
What is required is you need to have peace of mind. You cannot change your son. You can only be a mother. That's all.
Yeah, but how
We
does
are,
the
we are
mother-
trying to, we are trying to become more than the mother. And that's the problem.
yeah, but how does his problem get solved?
You solve your problem, then his need to have that problem will slowly go away. As I said, that if it is some problem with physical or any kind of issues, you need to go to the doctor. That's there.
Mhm.
But let's assume a son gives a promise to the mother. This is an example that I will be there taking care of you all the time. I'm always be there. Now, what might happen in future is mother will become bedridden. Why? Because a promise is a promise. And the promise has to be done. So she will provide opportunity for the son by being bedridden. Now, what will happen to the son's family? Son is always with the mother because she is bedridden. What will happen to their family?
You're telling me the story of my family, which is going on right now.
Okay, so the knowing field is that. So what happens is these dynamics will make everybody get stuck. It becomes a deadlock.
Yes.
So one person should get out. Who? Maybe Asha is the best person to say that. This story is not my story. And I'm going to get out and all promises, sorry, nobody promised me anything. I take care of myself. You take care of yourself. It's your choice. What you want to do it, you please do. I'm
Yeah.
not going to put my head into it. I'm not going to preach everybody. I'm not going to try changing things for others.
But the problem is also not getting solved. Then I cannot solve the problem of my husband or my son or
You
anything.
don't have to solve.
So
You
I,
just
but I
make
cannot
it-
see them suffer this way. So what do I do?
You just have to make yourself better. Everybody has their own reasons why they're suffering. You can't take them away from that. They have to choose it. They have to choose to get out. Can you get out? Can you mentally tell yourself that, I don't want to be part of this drama? But you will do your work. What you need to do, empathetically, compassionately, you will do for them. But you are not going to, pull your husband this side and tell, see, this is not good, this is not right. No, he can take care of himself. He will make choices. Even if it's wrong for him, you're nobody to say it. They will change.
But
You
if it is
change.
affecting the rest of the family, even then I have to keep quiet.
So you change yourself. You make sure that you don't get affected.
But that is
It's not being selfish. It is actually helping the whole family to get out. Otherwise, none of you will get out. You're all stuck. One person should take that step.
yeah, I'm willing to do that, but I feel that is very selfish. I can't leave
No,
them.
no,
with-
no.
Let's start with that. If you do a little bit for myself, why am I feeling selfish? Maybe right as a childhood that you felt like, oh my God, even asking that is bad. I don't ask. If they give, I'll take it. Must be there something. So start there. Like little by little, try to understand what happened to you and get out of that being selfish. Then you'll feel you're not being selfish. You're enabling the entire family. And that's so beautiful.
Probably I have some guilt somewhere that whatever happened.
So work on the guilt. So first layer, you will work on the selfishness, why you feel like that. Next layer, you work on the guilt. See how layers are coming up already. You can't reach the core right now, but you understood what is the core. And all of these layers are affecting your son. So
But I
you,
feel responsible, right? I feel that if I
Ah.
created this problem, I should solve it.
Asha, there are other people waiting for this. So you've got an essence of what Isha was saying, right?
yeah.
Yeah, because we just
the
have
last
3 minutes.
sentence, Deepti. Yes, he's responsible. That is why you play the role of the mother.
No,
Don't play the role of a savior.
I feel responsible for his suffering.
That's where you have to work on yourself. Lot to work on yourself, Asha. You know my number, right?
Yeah, okay. Call you.
Okay.
Jayashree has a question.
Yes, Jayashree. She will have answers, not questions.
Actually, it's a phenomenal energy and technique that Hisha, I must say, it was a phenomenal work that you did with all of us. Like somebody also said, I also feel the same. See, the beauty of the session is 44 people are here and 44 except, no, okay, 43 people. 43 people will feel the change. Family constellation is that. Why everybody are there? Everybody will resonate in some level. It's not that it's her problem, it's Navina's problem. No, everybody are in this energy field. Now, family constellation energy itself is that. It's a very phenomenal technique. It's amazing thing. And Isha, wonderful class that you did. Wonderful session. That exercise was too good, too empowering. That's what 44 people will get some change. There is some shift that will happen in each and every people, even though that we were not involved. Some may feel, oh, Navina only got the chance, but all 43 or 44 people will feel the shift will happen. That's the beauty of constellation.
I wonder what happened to Janami actually, because she played the role of Navina
For
and
Navina.
she said she was not well, right? So I wonder how probably it made her realize about herself from the body. Janami, you have anything to say?
Let's see.
Janami is resting and healing. Okay.
Yeah, she's there.
Anyone else has any question? Metaphysical reasons
Last
for yourself?
question. Last question.
We have 1 more minute. That's all.
Yes.
Ishani, can I ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, in between, after the course, means it was my mother standing course. I was not well. The left side of my ears and tooth and throat is pain. So I was figuring it out. In between, after the processing was done, I literally changed the object. It felt for me to change the object.
Object of what?
Even my body, what I had represented, no?
What
Me
you
and
represented.
body.
Okay.
Me and body was a pen and some toy. I felt like changing that and bringing back one more other object. Change the figurine like we do it in FC, no? Like that I
Wonderful.
felt.
So from the phenomenology, I would like to say that somewhere you're willing to change. What pen represented for you earlier?
Actually, I don't like black, but I took a black. I took a black pen.
And then when you changed, what was it? What did you change?
It was a glass. It was a glass.
Wow. Okay. So maybe you need to be more transparent in your life. And then maybe when you start expressing very transparently to others, you maybe are representing like a black object, which you don't like, means others are also not liking you. And when you become transparent, maybe something else will change for you.
When you told transparent, my body, I changed to a white glass with water.
Yeah. Half filled,
So,
full filled. Half
it
empty.
was, yeah, it was half filled and I drank that water up.
Okay. Whatever that is, definitely there's some change going to come because you changed it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. 3:31. Fine, we are done. Thank you all for being here. Wonderful to have all of you around. And a series of these things are really encouraging and amazing. So I'm going to leave because the next session, I'm just waiting for the next session. You don't know. Yeah, I'm done. Thank you all. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, Isha.